Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. I'm your host Dylan Silver, and today on the show I have returning guest and digital nomad, self-described digital nomad, Thomas Rendleman. Thomas, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me back. I guess we've got a lot of interesting things to talk about today.
Absolutely. On the last episode, we delved into the digital nomad lifestyle and what that is and what that entails. But just as a quick recap for folks who might not have been able to catch the last episode, how would you describe what a digital nomad is for folks who may not be aware?
Well, it's having freedom. The thing is that if you're living in a house and you've got things tying you down, you can never really be free to do the things that you'd like to do. And so basically, if you're living in a house, you can't choose your neighbors, you can't choose the location, and if those things are all good, then that's good. But as we know, things tend to change. They don't stay the same. And so after I got a divorce, and this was about a little over 10 years ago, I decided that I was going to be a digital nomad, which means that I can get up and move. I don't like the neighbors, get up and move. If I want to go somewhere, get up and go. And the way that that's done is you have to make it where you're not stuck in something uh, that you don't want to be stuck in, if
That's
that
right.
makes sense. And you do
In
that.
in in your case, is it an RV? How were you able to logistically do this?
Yes, this is an RV. As you can see, it's 100% RV, and I just get up and go whenever I need to go. Uh, People think that there's a lot more work to it than having a standard house, and I can tell you it's not.
Huh.
It's cheaper. Um, and as you kind of do the similar thing, where you can get up and go, you can still have the broadcasts uh, with the internet that the way it is today.
Yeah.
Uh, 10 years ago, we couldn't do this without
No.
me going to a house and having a cable attached, to or at least be on cable because of the speeds. But with the speeds today, you can almost go anywhere as long as you can just get a little bit of internet. Um, and in fact, the type of system that I have, it reaches out and it's quicker than the cable is. So I mean, I can download like terabytes of stuff in just, a very short time.
Do you have like the T-Mobile or the Starlink? I know they both have their own versions of it.
Yes, I have the T-Mobile, and it runs similar to having a hotspot on your phone. So when you're using your phone and you want to um, you want to see something, it's to that speed, and much quicker. And it's a little bit different technology, so I think it is a little bit quicker than any kind of hotspot that you could get, and more
I ac-
reliable.
I actually I think it was due to our conversation we had previously. It must have been because how many people are going to bring this up? Where for the ranch that I'm living on, sometimes there's Starlink. We have a Starlink, right? It isn't always, I would say up to snuff, and sometimes we get connection issues. So I said I'm going to go try this T-Mobile because I had a guest say, and it was you, right? So that's coming here Friday. We'll see how that goes. So thank you for the recommendation there. But going back to RV life, this is actually something that is interesting to a lot of real estate investors, right? Because RV parks are now very much a area of interest for real estate investors. You have some very upscale ones. You have some ones where people are living there for long periods of time. And then you have distressed ones as well. As someone who travels, right, and you're able to move from one place to another, is it relatively simple? Is it relatively easy to find a place to park an RV, or is it like moving homes?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Well, you still have to put things away, because otherwise you can kind of see I'm moving around and it's moving with me.
Yeah,
Um, you have to have things put away, or you're going to have breakage. Okay.
yeah.
And so, yeah, an hour worth of taking things and putting them away in their proper places, lots of bungee cords, um, and that sort of thing. But it's not that difficult. In fact, I was talking to a wellness center, which is a brand new one. Okay, and basically what a wellness center is they use alternative methods to get healthier. That might be yoga, it might be some kind of devices that help with arthritis or whatever. And those things are, that type of place needs to have business, just like everybody needs to have business. But it's way out in the middle of nowhere. And when I say way out in the middle of nowhere, it took me an hour and a half with GPS to find this place. And when I found it, it's only about 30 minutes off the road, but it still has internet. So I literally can drive my RV slowly, because there's a lot of potholes and ups and downs, and I can get full blown internet out there. And so it allows you a lot of freedom. And of course, if I decide to work with this couple on their wellness retreat, I could trade them off for rent, basically just living on their land. Um, and that would be a year to a year and a half of work, for, for them. It'd take me probably 2 to 3 months with an assistant, but it allows me to live there rent free. Where are you going to get rent free or with a trade? You're not.
You're
Uh,
not.
yeah, and you can't do that from your house, because typically you're still going to have the bills going on. I don't
Yeah.
have bills. I just get up, go there, and hook up to electric if there is electric. This one there is electric, um, and then that's pretty much it. So uh, some of the challenges are just the mental challenges of thinking, can't, I don't know how to do this. No, you just get up and go, and you learn along the way. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not something that everybody can do this. It's not that difficult, and having that ability to be free will get you more transactions, whatever you're doing, because it's hard to drive a long distance.
Yeah.
It's easier just to get in an RV and go.
How difficult is it to find a new RV park? If you're going, to a new area in the United States, right, and you're looking for an RV park, is it something like you can do it in a week, or is it like apartment searching where it takes forever?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
No, it's pretty quick. To give you an example, I was in one town that was very small, and when I went to that town, I just drove out there. I looked at the setup, and I moved like a couple weeks later. And you can move almost immediately. There's a lot of people that don't even have a car; they just have an RV. Um, it's a little bit more of a struggle to go to the store, but you can get a dolly right behind your car or behind your RV with your car in most cases, and you just do it. You make the decision and you just do it. It's that simple. Um, a lot and so it's not something that takes a lot of time. And when I came to this RV park that I'm in right now, which is in Ash Fork, Arizona, that I just came up here, looked at it, and made the decision. And I went back down, got my RV, and came up here. So it's not very difficult. And here's the funny thing for the real estate investors: RV parks are some of the best things that their cash flow
Yeah.
is incredible. And so you can buy an RV park. You need to kind of look at the electrical and the water and make sure that it's not something that's falling apart. But there's people that buy every day, and there are more and more people going to RV or going into RVs than there ever has been in the past, because people are tired of the lifestyle of being stuck in one area. And especially when you get towards retirement, you want to see more things, you want to do more things. You can't do that very easily if you're stuck in a house.
Yeah, no, you can't, and I think we're gonna see more of this RV, just alternative living in general, because with everything with the price, and we're real estate guys, right? I'm of course pro real estate, but with everything with the price of homes, and just looking at market conditions, and then wages and everything, I think we're gonna see more ADUs, alternative dwelling units. We're gonna see more people looking at the RVs. We're gonna see more. I don't know if you've seen some of these tiny homes. They're not manufactured homes or mobile homes, but they're just tiny homes, right? And so we're gonna see more of these alternative ways where people can call a place home. And I think it's going to be very interesting. And it does uh, sort of, coalesce with being a digital nomad quite well, right? You talk about higher speeds of internet connectivity and basically being able to do this anywhere. I mean, uh, it's true, right? You can front now from your phone or from a hotspot or from, a type of remote wireless connection, run so many kinds of businesses, whether it's, real estate or, uh, uh, I've heard people doing tax strategy, hard money lending, right? Marketing, so many different things. And I'm just touching the surface. I'm just getting into this myself here. But Thomas, pivoting a bit here, before we hopped on, you mentioned one of the businesses that you're involved in, and writing books. Let's dive into that here.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Well, I'm assuming you're talking about the one that we talked about last time. I have a friend, and he markets to doctors. Now, he's a real estate person, been that way for probably 30 years. And when I say a real estate person, I'm talking about he has his license. So he earns a commission off of transactions. Okay. Um, Here's the problem with real estate when you have a license. When you have a license, typically you'll get a client, and then maybe you'll get a repeat client if they liked you, or if they remember you 30 days after the close, because a lot of times people just don't remember you. So there's a couple things that you have to do. Number one, you have to constantly market. And when I say market, I'm not talking about trying to hammer somebody into the ground and tell them, you need me, you need me. What it is that you want to provide service. So let's say, for instance, that you wind up uh, getting a person to buy a house. You want to just send them updates for their neighborhood. You want to send them information on what's going on in the real estate market, and don't be like a lot of agents. Now, I was a broker, so I can say that. A lot of agents will try to hammer, 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 hammer. And you just closed a transaction. They aren't going to use you for a long time. But what they will do is they'll look at your information, and it will keep their attention on what you're doing, so that when they do wind up buying later or selling, or they have a friend that asks, they will remember you. And
That's
so
right.
it's to provide service. And I forgot oh yeah, about the book. So
Yeah.
here's the problem. Yeah, I get off on these tangents. Sorry about that. Um, the the issue that he had is he would he would do a sale, and then 5-10 years later they're gonna buy again or sell or whatever. But that's too short of a period, or I mean too long of a period of time. So what he wanted to do is have a book written that will keep the client focused on him, and in this case it was doctors, and the doctors will buy multiple houses. So maybe they buy one a year, um, and it doesn't take too many of those repeat customers in order to uh, make more commissions, right?
Yeah.
Because the problem is that if you're spending all your time searching for a new customer, a new client, a new sale, you can't be showing houses and writing contracts as easily.
That's right.
So I wrote that book for him, and then at the end of this podcast, I'll give you uh, the where you can kind of see what I did from a video, and it's the similar idea. Real estate agents, they want that repetition, but they don't know how to work it, because most people aren't going to be able to buy a house every year. So and I wrote a book for him. Now, why is a book important? Because if you don't write a book or have a book written for you, in his circumstance, he couldn't write the book. He's a second, uh, what is it called? English is a second language, and
Yeah.
it's difficult to talk to a doctor that it's a native unless you have a book written. So now it shows that he's an expert. And here's the top key of any kind of marketing. The top key is that you're going to make this big long informational post. The problem is that it doesn't update itself. So what you do is you put a QR code or a link in the PDF. So you can send this book out for free. It doesn't cost you anything. You just email it. And it's got all these links in it. So if they want to see, oh, I wonder what my neighborhood's doing this week, they hit that with their mouse and it goes right to a website and it gives them the information that they want. It's an evergreen product. That's the most important thing on marketing, next to getting attention. Uh,
Mm.
because you want to have updated information. And how are you going to get that with a regular book?
You can't. One of the interesting things, Thomas, about the way these topics come together is how do you, as a digital nomad, right, establish a presence, right? Well, one of the ways is social media, right? You talk about writing a book that updates really itself, right? And so in to some degree, and of course you may have multiple, you need to write one book with the right format. It updates itself. And for people who are listening, well, how's a book updating? Just to repeat, it's a QR code or effectively a link that directs them, and you could then change the content on the website, right? So it's updating in that regard. So people are able to get a hold of you through social media, of course, conventional, email, phone. They're also able to see a book, and then you're able to start, doing a following. And for me, I'm learning from you. So I'm kind of saying, how do I become a digital nomad? I think it's semi doable. And so, what are the steps that I need to take? Thomas, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is for someone who maybe has a W-2 job, very traditional, right? And maybe they're working for a bank, right? And maybe it's a brick and mortar, and they're thinking, well, how do I become a digital nomad? It maybe seems impossible. What are some of the first steps that you would advise someone to take? Is it, write a book? Is it establish yourself online? Is it find something that is easily, digitized? What would be your guidance to folks?
Well, if you wanted to do that and you were a W-2 person, um, you you have knowledge that other people don't have. Okay, so that's the most important thing to understand. Maybe it's about taxes, maybe it's about getting a loan, maybe it's about credit repair. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but you have to provide value. And when you provide enough value, people will contact you. You just have to do it consistently. And the way that that's done is through a lead magnet, which I'll talk about shortly. But I wanted to explain the idea. You have to provide value, because if you don't provide value, why would they listen to you? So whatever it is, you can provide value on that. Um, for banks, for a lot of different companies, you can do phone calls right from your
Mm,
RV.
yeah.
So I mean, we're going all the way from customer service all the way up to the vice president or president of the company. They can all do that if you get permission from your bank or whoever your boss is. And the way that you do that is you explain to them, hey, listen, I think I can be more of a value if I'm doing this from my place. I'm more comfortable. I can produce more, and you have to actually do that. You can't just make it up and hope that they're going to allow you to do that. But there are a lot of people that are doing that. I mean, I've got a neighbor down the road that works for a mobile company, and they just pick up the phone and they've got their computer there and they can link into anything that they need to link into. And it's very secure. It's not like it was, 10, 20 years ago. It's changed so much.
We are coming up on time here, Thomas, but before we head off here, I wanted to ask you about lead magnets. You mentioned this just now. What is a lead magnet, and describe to us how people can utilize one?
In most cases, I'm not going to say all cases because sometimes I don't do it. Okay. But what a lead magnet is let's say, for instance, that I had a document that talked about how to become a digital nomad. And I said, here's what you're going to do. If you're interested in this, I've got a free download for you. Go to this website, you type in your email, and it sends it to you. Um, the reason that that's important is because you have to touch so many times that person with a message. If you don't, they're going to forget you. Um, and so it's better to have that where you can mark it over and over and over again uh, with an email. And you don't hammer them, you give them good value. And once in a while, you throw in something that you're trying to sell or something. But the general idea is you don't do it where you're hammering the person. What you're doing is you're providing value so that they remember you in the future. Will they all remember you? No. Will some of them remember you? The ones that want to work with you? Yeah. Better clients, and just a better overall experience because you're not hammering them. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just better not to hammer.
that's exactly right. And inspiring for me to talk with you, Thomas, because when I'm thinking about what I want to do, I love travel. I got a passport 2 years ago. It kind of changed my life, and so thinking, how do I prototype this life? I don't see every day, people who are able to do this. Talking with people like yourself really inspires me. So, congrats on your success and to your continued success. And thank you for coming on the show here today. Before we go, where can folks get a hold of you, Thomas?
Well, I've got a website that is started, um, and so you need to go to this exact address because it's behind the front page. There's no front page right now, but it gives you my exact phone number. It gives you things that I'm doing that I can show because if I'm doing them for a client, I can't show them because it's a non-disclosure issue.
Sure.
And that's called early exit for pros.com / and these are all lowercase / simple. So early exit for pros.com / simple. And what that is that just shows some of the things that I'm doing. No, there is no lead magnet on there. If you're interested, you've got my direct number. If not interested, at least you get an idea of what is going on out there. Because if you don't know what people are doing to create freedom, you can't create it. Just like and you have to let people know what you do. You can't be a secret agent hiding under a rock. You've got to show them, hey, this is what I can do for you. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, at least you have an idea of what can be done for you or for your friends or family. Um, and getting a real estate license, I know that a lot of investors don't like that idea, and it's kind of a double-edged sword
It
because
is.
you have to, yeah, and people will understand that that's in the real estate field because real estate agents typically it's not a good idea to do investing. But if you're going to do it, uh, you can do it in a number of different ways so that you can still get the benefit. And maybe we can talk about that another day.
Thomas, thank you so much for coming on the show here today again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And if you have any questions about marketing, just go to that website. That page will be up for a very long time, and we can talk.
Thomas, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.